Greetings, my Legionnaires! 2017 has been a truly remarkable year for games. Brand new properties like Nioh and For Honor came slashing onto the scene, while Nier Automata, Yakuza 0, and Persona 5 proved they could hold their own in the West. On top of that, iconic titles from both Mario and Zelda made their debuts on Nintendo's newest console, the Switch. Regardless of what type of game you love, this year proved to be one worth waiting for. A few things to keep in mind going forward as we discuss our nominees. Firstly, we voted democratically, so our choice for Game of the Year is based on the consensus we reached as a group, as opposed to personal picks. Lastly, all these games are worth a look regardless of your prior knowledge of the franchise or genre. Now, with all that housekeeping out of the way, let's go over our nominees for Game of the Year. And the nominees are... The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild marks a substantial change to the storied franchise. With a campaign focusing on player choice rather than a channeled narrative, Breath of the Wild begs you to spend hour after hour discovering everything Hyrule has to offer. The ability to climb almost anything and not forcing the player to progress in any certain manner gives it a unique feel that most open worlds can only hope to achieve. Journeying around as Link leads to a seemingly endless supply of danger, wonder, and gratifying moments. The optional shrines provide a small slice of the old puzzle-solving dungeons that Zelda is known for, but allows Link to tackle problems in a handful of ways. It really boils down to this. The combat is solid, the visuals are delightful, and the world feels alive. Never has there been a better time to indulge in this beloved series. A game that is equal parts brutal and visually stunning, Cuphead will test your grit while delighting at every turn. The distinct art style makes it unique, and one can feel the love put into each and every character, setting, and attack. The change-up between fighting boss after boss, mixed with running gun levels, prevents Cuphead from feeling repetitive or stale in any way. Each enemy is bursting with life, and it's an overwhelming joy when you finally bring them down. Although defeat and failure are common mainstays, the ability to jump right back into a fight make the losses much more bearable. Along with that, the feeling of intrinsic progression is prominent as your skills become finely honed to a particular encounter. Come for the style, but stay for the challenge. Life will change. A simple but powerful statement that Persona 5 really drives home. For a title with a visually arresting art style, it strikes a wonderful balance of lots of flash and an equal dose of substance. Both are crucial in maintaining interest in a campaign that is at least 100 hours long. Each main character you interact with is lovingly detailed, from their speech patterns to their texting styles and how they carry themselves in combat. Particularly, the early companions you attract to your cause feel like real people with their own hopes, fears, and motivations. Taking and building these relationships is not only engrossing, but beneficial when fighting monsters in the metaverse. Combat is slick and quick and never overstays its welcome. To top it off, magical abilities provided by your own inner rebellious nature, or persona, and stylish finishers keep fights entertaining until the very end. Horizon Zero Dawn is easily one of the most memorable experiences of the year. The world you traverse is absolutely gorgeous, and it's easy to get sidetracked appreciating the intense level of detail the environment has to offer. The main protagonist, Aloy, is another standout element of the title. Her characterization and genuine nature make her not only a sympathetic heroine, but a powerful one as well. An extremely capable hunter and trapper, Aloy has to use every trick in the book to dismantle her mechanical adversaries. The fact that most of them are robotic dinosaurs already has our video game-loving hearts reaching a fever pitch, but the way in which they are implemented into the actual narrative puts them on a whole new level. Each fight demands preparation and adaptability, as two encounters are rarely the same. Using the focus to study and understand a foe's weaknesses and strengths, coupled with the ever-present feeling of never being overpowered, makes each hunt an event. Excellent audio design and an emotionally sweeping soundtrack also permeate the grand journey, giving it an even more cinematic feel. Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely one not to be missed. This year was overflowing with exceptional titles. Despite the number of high-caliber games being ubiquitous, for our group it really came down to two. Both titles have vast open worlds begging to be explored, fun combat, and exceptional visuals. These questions remain though. Which is the better game? Which is the most fun to us, and which one do we plan on returning to time and time again? With all those factors in mind, the winner became obvious. And our Game of the Year for 2017 is... When we really sat down and thought about it, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a game that we can't stop thinking about. Not only does it build upon its predecessors, but it completely changes the way open worlds will be handled by all entries in the genre moving forward. The potential game-breaking element of climbing every mountain and fording every stream is embraced instead of cut off with invisible walls. The inherent joy of truly exploring a gorgeous and untamed land is exhilarating and can easily consume days of your life. This isn't even mentioning each of the main villages, which are lovingly crafted and contextually indicative of their own natural denizens. Even the aspect of degrading weapons is exciting, keeping each encounter fresh and thoughtful, as your favorite armaments only exist temporarily. For all those reasons and more, that's why The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is our game of the year. Legionnaires, agree with our choice? Let us know what your favorite games were this year in the comments below, and feel free to like and subscribe to become part of the Legion today. If you're already a Legionnaire, share this video with a friend. It really helps and we greatly appreciate it. Also, be sure to check us out on patreon.com/criticalreviews to help support us for another year. If you want to hear Joe and I discuss our other choices for best games in their own personal categories, check out this year's Critty Awards. We even dressed up for it, so you know it's a big deal. Remember to adapt and overcome, and we'll see you in 2018.